Hey, thanks for clicking on the video. This is going to be part 9 and should be the completion of my playthrough of Elden Ring, of Horizon Forbidden West. We've been covering Elden Ring a lot. Of Horizon Forbidden West as we obviously get ready for Elden Ring, and this is going to be the conclusion of the main quest. I did play the second to last main quest off stream. I wanted to make sure I had time to beat this on stream, okay? The second to last main quest is where you get the flying mount and you go and fight Regalla, all right? So if you didn't get to see that here, I am sorry. We were in a bit of a bind. We gave ourselves an ample amount of time to play this game and complete this game, and I was even doing things off stream to kind of smooth those rough edges, making sure I was doing the side quests and kind of clearing the map. I'll show you my map in a moment. We've gotten a pretty good amount cleared, even though we are definitely not at a completionist. We're at about 38%. If you want to see your percentage of completion, I'll show you how to do that. If you haven't checked that menu, I will show you what that looks like. You go over to your notebook and you go to statistics. No, game progression, I'm sorry. So I'm at 39% game completion with the main quest clocking in at 16, side at 11, and errands at 4. And we, as far as map clearance goes, we did a really good job with this first section, and then obviously as soon as we got here, we kind of petered out because we didn't have a lot of the tools necessary to do it. You can see a lot of the linear approach I took, beelining to different quest locations to get them done, okay? And mainly we did this because there was literally no conceivable way I was going to play this game in a completionist way and be able to enjoy it. There's no way. There's too much going on. I'm too busy. Elden Ring was launching, and so we took a very hybrid approach to completing this game. I hope you've enjoyed the playthrough. I hope you guys will hang out today. The interest in my playthrough has absolutely and utterly died. So while that's a bit of a bummer, it's understandable. Elden Ring news is out. There's another, Destiny got its expansion. So obviously interest just completely evaporated as soon as that happened. We've never been able to play a game through to completion. So the fact that I was able to get this far before it kind of dried up is pretty impressive. That means that the channel has come far. It means that more people are starting to support gameplay with games like God of War, Ragnarok, and other games on the horizon. It's certainly nice to know that there is a good amount of people that are going to tune in and support gameplay, even though I know a lot of people don't want spoilers. And obviously, once you get to like part 9 or 10 on a playthrough, and unless you're really, really into the story and really into watching me play through it, you're not going to stick it out. I'm not really known for extensive playthrough. We're hoping to change that a little bit with Elden Ring.
Hey, Mr. Know-It-All is here. You know, your focus buddy who never smiles. I didn't know what to do with him, so I had him wait in your room.
Got it. Thanks. Well, Silence. Looks like you finally found a door you could open without me.
I'm glad it's there, actually. It kept me from having to mingle with the company you keep. But enough prattle. I believe you owe me an explanation. Your plans for the Zenith base?
You're right. I do owe you. My spear in your throat for deceiving me again, at the Hades Proving Lab.
I doubt you asked me here for that kind of reckoning.
No. Right now, I need your help. So I'm giving you one final chance. But if you ever betray me again, I will kill you no matter what the circumstance. Understood?
Very well. Though we'll both face a decidedly short future if you can't get us inside that base.
Aloy, your other guest is here. She's, coming to you.
Thanks. Good timing. The truth is, I can't actually get us into the base. But she can.
The company you keep is even worse than I thought.
Not a fan of surprises, are you? Oh, look. That must be your little invention.
Does the weapon work? Without self-destructing?
Of course it does. I've eliminated the imperfections and greatly improved its design and output.
How can we be sure?
Care for a demonstration?
Enough, both of you. We're in this together, at least for now. Go talk to Erend. Tell him I said to give you rooms of your own. I'll come see you when I get a chance.
Oh, no. You first.
Gotta get everyone in the control room so Tilda can tell us what she knows about the Zenith base.
Oh, so one of the cool things that happened in last night's mission is we got our flying mount, we went and fought Regalla, and we beat her, and we told her that she could help us fight the Zeniths, or die, basically, and she thought it would be a better death fighting the Zeniths. So Regalla's, like, on our side now. At least tenuously on our side, which I thought was pretty cool. The fight with her was actually pretty dope.
Maybe it's time to get everyone together so Tilda can brief us. But is there anything I should handle before that?
No.
All right, people. I need you up in the control room right away. Okay, everyone. We all know what's at stake. Beta, Gaia. Not to mention life on Earth. Now, it might seem like the Zeniths are invincible, but they're not. We've got what it takes to break into their base and defeat them. We even have one of them on our side. Tilda, show us the base.
It is constructed atop the ruins of an ancient military facility on an island to the southwest. I can get us inside. To this location. Undetected.
How exactly?
You'll know when you need to. Once inside, our goal will be this structure. The launch tower. Gaia and Beta are being held at the top. But along the way, we will face overwhelming resistance. Most importantly from Gerard, Eric, and the others. But also...
Once I take away their shields, we should be able to deal with them. But it will be easier to deploy the device if someone else is carrying it. I'll need a strong back.
Carry stuff? Yeah, I can do that.
Even if your device works, there will still be Spectre drones, scores of them.
If only we had an army to fight them.
I've got that under control. You'll know when you need to. All right. We'll meet up again just before we go in. Where's the best place to rendezvous?
On the coast, just across from the island. Once there, I'll show you the way.
Okay. I'll let you know when I arrive at the rendezvous point. And then you can join me. In the meantime, do whatever you need to prepare. Understood? You two? A minute? Tilda helped me get in touch with Beta, and she told me something important. There's an installation inside the base. It's called a regulator. Here. Once we're inside, I need you two to split off from everyone else and destroy it. So you'll have to bring explosives. This will help stop the drones. Everything depends on it. You with me? After that, I want you to find a way to infiltrate the Zenith network.
How?
Go over all the data that Beta left behind. She knew how to do it, I'm sure of that.
All right. But why? What am I trying to do?
Find information about the Zeniths. Anything Tilda's not telling us. Silence is right about one thing. There's no way we can take her on her word.
I'll do my best.
Keep her safe, okay?
On my life.
Yeah, Aloy's armor looks really, really good. The armor I'm wearing is the Tenakth Skirmisher. There's a lot of armor in the game, and this is a different set. This is the same set, different colors. The Tenakth High Marshal that I got from completing a mission. It basically lowers your range defense and gives you Resonator Blast, melee damage, and then low health melee. I prefer this one. Low health range, low health Valor, Valor Surge Master, concentration regen, and weapon stamina. Yeah, chest pain, as far as like what they could do to make the combat feel better, I think fundamentally the combat has baked in it a rhythm problem. It's the frequency with which the enemies do their attacks is so high that it makes it incredibly difficult to find like openings. And so I feel like it breaks down into a couple of cliches. You try to go ranged in order to, land some of your range attacks. And when that doesn't work, maybe you try to get close because you've got weapons that are close range. You also have your melee. And when you tend to get close, you tend to get also then spammed with melee attacks. And the enemy melee attacks are incredibly frustrating.
It's time to go after Beta and Gaia. Might be good to check up on everyone first.
So what ends up happening is like, let's say an enemy jumps at me, and I do this to get out of the way. Typically what happens is, as I land and come out of it to get up to move away, I get hit anyway by a follow-up attack. Pretty much all of the enemies have very spammy melee attacks. It's not like they commit to some big attack, and if you successfully dodge it, you're then rewarded with slow-mo or a combat opening. No, they just immediately start spamming again anyway. So you'll roll out of the way, you'll turn to go to do a melee attack, and a lot of the times I'll roll out of the way, turn to do a melee, and before I can even hit them, they hit me anyway. Or I roll out of the way and try to run away, and I get hit anyway. So there's an immediate sort of disincentivization from feeling any sort of empowerment with respect to creating space and opportunities for yourself. It ends up feeling very sloppy, very spammy, very meat grinder. The second thing that happens is you try to find these opportunities. You get out your bow, you draw, you slow down, right? And when you're doing that, the enemy also tends to respond to try to stop you. And in so doing, what they end up doing a lot of the times is they spam you with an attack from distance. And a lot of their attacks are very fast and extremely accurate. So I tend to feel that the biggest thing they could do is lower attack frequency, and that might fix some of it. I feel that there's not enough of a breather in between the attacks from the enemy. And so what it ends up feeling like is it doesn't feel like a fight that's finessed. It doesn't feel like a fight where you're like mitigating the damage and creating space and having these big awesome opportunities. There is just tons of automatic damage laced throughout the fight. You end up face tanking and consuming large amounts of health almost every fight. You're bringing up something with Sunlock that is basically the wrecking ball cherry on top. Everything I just outlined is already frustrating. In addition to everything I just said, if Aloy happens to get hit and knocked down, she lays down for such an inordinate amount of time, you get stun locked very often in this game, where you get knocked down, and as you're getting back up, you get hit again. There is no way to mitigate this. There is no way to minimize this. It simply happens. Why do you think it happens? 2 reasons. You have 2 bad design decisions compounding each other. Number 1, what I already talked about, attack frequency. The enemy is attacking at such a frequency, you get stun locked. They don't give you a respite. They don't give you a chance to get back up. You might say that's realistic, but that's not the point. That's not the point. So because she stays on the ground too long, and because the enemies are attacking too frequently, it creates these absolutely infuriating stun lock moments where you simply cannot get away. Ranged enemy attacks are typically either super accurate with a minute dodge window or they have some form of AoE. Another good summary of why the ranged attacks are so frustrating. They're extremely accurate. A lot of times they'll shoot at you and shoot at you again and shoot at you again and shoot at you again over and over and over again. And eventually they get you. And a lot of their attacks hit right next to you and create an AoE, and her dodge can't get far enough away. So I'll dodge the blast, but where it hits the ground, it gets me anyway. Again, there is so much baked into the fight where you take automatic damage. Here comes the melee attack. I dodged it. No, you didn't, because they land and they create an explosion. They land and then they spin, so they get you anyway. There's not some sort of like long dodge. I think there was a long dodge in the first game where when you held down dodge, you dodged further. I might be thinking of a different game. In this game, you have one universal dodge. That's it. Use your tools. A smoke bomb allows for breathing room. No, a smoke bomb's not going to solve all the problems that I outlined. This is what typically happens when people hear what I'm saying about a game, is they offer decisions to overcome what I'm talking about. Number 1, people will tell me, use adhesive bombs. Okay, I have look at this arsenal. Look at the diversity in my arsenal. Look at the diversity in the elements that I have. I'm very well equipped to engage in dynamic, responsive, strategic combat. So to tell me, oh, you have to use smoke bombs, you have to use adhesive, you've just made my argument significantly better. Because the solution to the problem is unidimensional, which is not a good combat system. If I can just go into every fight and just use these adhesive bombs to basically lock down the super annoying enemy, or just use smoke bombs to get away and create space, right? Can you craft these? What does it take to craft a smoke bomb? A blast plate, and oh, so it's actually pretty expensive to create these. Yeah, that's pretty pricey. Too bad the shield wing couldn't be used as a shield. You could unlock an extended dodge in the first one. Yeah, they got rid of that, and I think it hurts because I would know to do a longer dodge. I would know, oh, this guy's shot creates an AoE explosion. Oh, this guy's melee jump, it causes an AoE, or he typically spins and hits me with his tail. So what would you do? You would do a long dodge. You know what I'm saying? You would have a way to mitigate it. There's nothing in this game that I'm aware of. Is there anything in the skill trees to get a longer dodge? I mean, did we miss that? And is that why I'm so frustrated? I don't know. It's certainly possible. Nobody told me. That doesn't mean it's not here. Have you tried a ropecaster? Dude, I used the ropecaster so much in the first game, I didn't want to use it as much in this game because it's so easy. I wanted to play a little bit without it. So if you're complaining about Horizon Forbidden West, what would you say about Elden Ring combat? I've not played it yet. Horizon Forbidden West combat and gameplay is perfectly adequate for an excellent combat system. That's an assertion, not an argument. That certainly is your opinion. You've not engaged with anything that I talked about. Combat frequency, the inordinate amount of time she lays on the ground, the frequent stun lock, the spammy attacks, the incredible accuracy of the enemies with respect of any range attack that they do. I'm telling you, I think this combat system is inherently and dramatically flawed.
I'll be gentle.
I think it's super unfortunate. It's super unfortunate. It's supposed to center on combat. Combat's supposed to be a centerpiece of the game, and I just find it to be very, very sloppily built.
Just you wait, Varl. We're taking those space slugs down.
Use the second Valor down survival skills. Second Valor down. Oh, this one? Yeah, I've switched to this one. I've switched to this one because of all the frustration in the combat. Thanks for your reply. I love your takes. Thank you. I mean, if you love the game and you think the combat's fine, man, bully for you. Go on. Go on, you know, shine on, you crazy diamond. Just have a great time. Have a great time. For me, it's the most disappointing aspect of this game. It is the most disappointing aspect of the game is the combat. I find it very unenjoyable.
I haven't seen you since the battle at the Grove. How are you holding up?
I saw you fly on the wings of the Ten and paralyze Regalla's army with lightning. I would say that I am inspired.
Thank you, I guess.
It is I who should be thanking you. All that remains is to follow you to the end, whatever that will be.
We're lucky to have you on our side.
Oh, and by the way, I was hoping we could discuss that personal request I mentioned before, if you have the time.
Yo, what's good, Jai Singh? I thought we were going to give him an arm.
You said there was something you wanted to talk about?
Gaia mentioned that the Zeniths bind metal with flesh to make themselves stronger. I was wondering if you'd help me do the same.
You want to make yourself a new arm?
Yes. Gaia insisted I could build such a thing if I can get the necessary data and materials. She believed these things lie in the place where Beta hid from the Zeniths.
Their ancient research lab.
I am not as familiar with old-world machinery as you are. I could use your assistance.
It might be dangerous. The Zeniths probably still keep an eye on that place. We were lucky to get out of there alive the first time.
I see.
It sounds like this is worth the risk.
By the 10, we shall see it through.
I'll see you soon then.
It will be my honor.
I like him a lot. I kind of want to do this
I'll call you when
before.
I'm near the Zenith lab.
I kind of want to do this before I finish the game.
Thank you, Aloy.
They even made the Roadcaster harder to use in this game due to having to charge it to attach to armor. Yeah. They messed with all kind of stuff. Like this right here. These. Yeah, I love this new circle we can use. I'm actually out of the way of the full menu now. The precision tear arrows. They're super expensive. So like you don't have them that often. I mean, I have a ton of the currency now. I specifically invested in making sure I had that currency. Get his arm before finishing the game. Yeah, we're going to. So what I'll do is I'll land as close as I can. And remember when we saw that footage and I said that symbol down there was going to be the flying mount call and people thought it looked like a bow and arrow? Those that agreed with me and observed the same thing, we were right. It's to call the flying mount. Whoa! Bro. We should be able to do this pretty fast. This right here is why they couldn't give you the flying mount really early in the game. Just screaming to the next location. What's the best weapon in the game? That's a tough question to answer because it depends on what you're fighting. So you can fly. Yeah, you can. They give you this pretty late in the game, though. Where are you playing Elden Ring? I'll be playing Elden Ring on this channel, 6 p.m. Eastern. We will be we'll be playing on PC, hoping that we don't have too many performance issues. If you're just tuning in, we are near the end of the main quest in Horizon Forbidden West. This is the flying mount. Flying is awesome. It feels great. It looks great. You can dive. You can soar. You do a full-on dive. You can use the bumper to go up, and you can use the trigger to basically land. So does the flying mount have the same control as swimming? X for rise, square for descent. No, it's bump. It's triggered to do this if you're trying to land, and then bumper to go up. And then I hit X to go forward, and then I can use the joystick to go up and down like a plane.
This might interest you. 3 of our soldiers have gone missing in the Valley of the Fallen. The whole area is crawling with machines. There have been reports of glowing lights off the coast. Marshal Evira should be at the valley's entrance. She might need your help.
Thanks. I'll look into it when I can.
There's that unfortunate poppin', like enjoying the scenery.
Flying lower is probably safer.
Getting kind of windy. Ooh, is there aerial combat? I don't think so. See, so, I mean, look at what we've been able to do to the map. Like, this is going to be one of the greatest ways to map clear. It's so dope. Like, this game gets so many things right. Like, I'm genuinely disappointed that I've had to be kind of harsh about, like... That's not a very good picture. I don't like having to be harsh about certain elements. Can you just mount in the air and glide down? I don't know. Can you aim and shoot? I don't know. I've not tried. Avatar, is that you? If you're just tuning in and you have any questions about the game, we've played quite a bit. I am obviously nearing the end of the main quest.
Rendezvous point. I should take care of everything I can. before calling in the others to attack the Zenith base.
Oh wait, this is not this is not his thing. We did we went the wrong way. I had the wrong mission selected. We have to go up here.
The Zenith lab's around here.
Well, we have a nice campfire when it's time to do the last mission.
I should let him know I'm around.
I was totally not paying attention. We have a nice fire pit for the final mission. Let's get Kotallo here. Oh my gosh.
Hey, Kotallo? I'm at the Zenith lab. Ready to come over?
I'm on my way. Aloy, I appreciate you meeting me here.
I'm happy to help. Did Gaia mention where exactly in the Zenith lab we'd find what you need?
She mentioned the chamber where you found Beta, and the database that lies within. She said it'll help us find the knowledge and components I require to build a new arm.
At least we know where to look. We will have to be quick about it, in case the Zeniths are watching.
Understood.
The lab's up this way.
He's like one of my favorite characters. Like once we were interacting on that one mission and like kind of having a bit of banter, I really, really grew to like him. I liked him from the first moment when he protected his chief. He protected his chief and like used his own arms against the machine. It was friggin' awesome.
Machines. We're scrapping the specters for parts.
Should we dispose of them?
Or we can sneak past them.
Your choice.
The snow brought the chill.
How far does this go? Well, that was short-lived. I've not used that before. I had no idea what it was going to do. Oh, golly, it's one of those guys. Oh! See what I mean? He gets you eventually. That's what I mean by the spam. Like, eventually he's gonna get you. Just keeps going. See what I'm saying? Like, it's so difficult to create space with these guys. Okay. Do you see what I mean, though? Like, I made some good choices, had some really good exchanges, but eventually you just they don't stop. It's just jump slam, jump slam, jump slam, jumps, and eventually he just gets me. So you see what I'm saying? Like, it just ends up feeling automatic. It just ends up feeling automatic.
Entrance
Like
to the lab is by that tunnel.
they're gonna get you. Like they don't. There's. I said it's an attack frequency problem. It's not that the attacks are cheap. It's not that the attacks are too strong. It's that it's an attack frequency problem. It's like you missed. Get over it. Like, if I miss with my bow, I don't get to just keep taking shot. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a punishment for missing. You got to re-knock an arrow. You got to draw the arrow. If I miss with like this, I don't get to do another one and another one and another one until I hit the enemy. I have to charge it up. There's a natural risk-reward pain element to big attacks, and the enemy seemingly has none. That right there was a great display of what I'm talking about. A successful fight, I won, and yet the attack frequency was put on full display, as in my opinion, as in being problematic and ends up feeling pretty cheap.
The anime did this?
Hard to believe, but yeah.
We
Hunter killer.
already
Enough other machines.
We already did all this. What? Gotta knock that gun off. Come on, you can do it. I'm just playing on normal.
The room we found Beta in is up ahead.
Lead the way.
I think that was actually another pretty good example. He does this like jump and swing, and it's a pretty devastating attack. And he missed, a couple times he missed, and he gets to do it right away. Right away. I get out of the way, he misses, I go to take, that should be an opportunity, that should be an opening for me to do some damage. And he just does it immediately again. He just jumps and swings immediately again. I'm telling you, it's a combat frequency problem. It's an attack frequency problem. It becomes almost redundant. How many times do I have to dodge the attack before I'm rewarded with a combat opening? Do you see? You have to create combat openings in games like this. It's just normal. Like, I know it suspends reality a little bit, but you have to. Like, it's almost like, have you ever been playing a game, against like a boss or a melee game like Assassin's Creed or something, and the guy like swings at you and misses, and he's like, oh, it's kind of like in wrestling, where the guy swings and he's almost like bewildered that he missed the punch, and it creates an opening for the other wrestler to do something. You have to create those moments in the game, else the player just feels like you're smacking him around.
There?
Yep, we better make our way down there. We're here. Now we just need to find a way to access the database Guy was talking about.
Varl mentioned you found Beta in the There's barely room to breathe.
Yo, it's good, J Murph. We're going to have to find out what the code is. I think this room was locked last time, so maybe it's in here. I might be remembering wrong. Never liked enemies being able to spam heavy attacks. Yeah, you have to create trust in the fight that if they're going to do a heavy
Found what we're
attack
looking for.
and miss, it's going to create a good gap for you.
The answers we seek.
I'll download the database to your focus, so you can search through it later.
What about the components?
They should be somewhere on the... Spectres!
Fight with honor!
You know, after playing so many more Souls games, you'll probably love Monster Hunter 6 more. Oh, Monster Hunter 6 more, as Souls games took a lot from early Monhun titles. Really? Huh. Can you show the outfits in the game? You're curious how they look? I am wearing this one, the Tanacht Skirmisher. I also got the Tanacht High Marshal after I beat Regalla. Same base level armor, but they changed the paint. I got an Osram Forester. And then I got Sobek's Raiment. And then you've seen these, probably. The Tanacht Marshal, the Karja Shadow. I wore the Karja Shadow one for a while. I forget what these guys are weak to. That guy just kept responding to my ADS. He wouldn't sit still. Oh, I can't get away.
That plasma's going to explode! Keep at it!
What the frick was that, Aloy? I thought I was far enough away.
Okay, better.
machines are
The
down.
Zeniths might send reinforcements. We need to finish up and get out of here. The components should be somewhere on the second floor.
I'm right behind you.
Yeah, you are right behind me. I can't go anywhere. That was a pretty good fight. Those guys' attacks were better. They were more spaced out. They were more... Do you sense the difference when there's like a gap in the fight and you can actually do stuff and like, you know, try some of the strategies, try some of the things that you have in your arsenal, and it's super satisfying. I was able to make space. I was able to jump and get away and use, you know, use the environment. That was a good fight. Again, it all comes down to the combat rhythm. It all comes down to attack frequency. If there aren't those windows to do all these cool things in my arsenal, then it ends up just being a pretty frustrating fight. And you get through the fight. But, like, so that was a better fight. And again, I would attribute that fight being better to the combat rhythm and the attack frequencies not being so absurd. It was far better than a lot of the open world machine fights. Like, all they got to do and go in and say is, like, when an enemy does attack A, add a couple more seconds to before they do it again. It doesn't need to be exorbitant. Just, like, add some breathing room so that when I dodge an attack and the enemy misses, he doesn't get to, like, throw a tantrum and do it 4 more times until he gets me. Like, I don't get to do that. You know how strong some of these attacks are down here? If I miss, I got to draw the arrow back, and it takes a while. It's not fast. You know? There's intrinsic risk and reward in the choices that I make. How do we get up in this room? This is such a weird room. I thought I came down here. Oh no. Wait, isn't this where we came from? Okay, I'm getting turned around. We're going the right way.
We need to search the entire floor.
I'll keep a lookout. Don't want any more surprises.
Good idea.
I agree with a couple of the reviews too that said the Polecaster's not that great. Like, I don't think they used it in a... It could have been better. What's inconsistent is what most enemies fight close range while you have to fight long range. Well, they added a bunch of melee so that you could do something about that, but
might be a way out of this room.
I just got in the room. Gee, I wonder what I'm supposed to do. It would have the chance to make a close range build. Whether they're attacking close range or far range, I'm telling you, it's a frequency issue. They're so spammy. They do so much and too much too close together. You need those windows. You need windows of opportunity to hit them, to shoot them, to do something.
Components have to be here somewhere.
No throwing spears? No, spears are actually pretty useful. Spears are actually very strong. I use them intermittently because they're so expensive to make. Like this thing here, when you throw this bad boy, it's strong. I try not to lean on it too heavily.
Components are in there. I should go back and give these to Kotallo. Let's get rid of this.
Spears? Abe's like, you serious? You serious? Abe, have you seen the spelling bee montage where the kid's spelling the word and it sounds like a really bad word, and they've edited in like Oprah looking angry and Kevin Hart looking angry? Have you seen that? I was dying. I was absolutely wheezing.
You found the components?
See for yourself.
You have my thanks, Aloy.
Something wrong?
I was just thinking about what it will be like after I build the arm. Will I feel different? Whole again? Idle thoughts. They can wait until we're back at base.
You go on ahead. I might want to take one more look around, in case there's anything useful.
Very well. I look forward to putting what we found to good use. Walk with the 10.
All right, let's go back to the base. Wait, where is... Oh, there it is. Yeah, you gotta find that. You gotta find that one, Abe. You gotta find that one. Spelling bee. It's probably like spelling bee N-word or something. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. The edits made it. It was so funny. I couldn't frickin' breathe. So say it. I'll say it with you. Where is he? Oh, over here. I had to change once the difficulty because I had to make a stealth build, but then I was trapped in a boss fight because my Aloy was too weak to fight offensively. That was in the first game.
Are we not meeting you in the wilds?
Soon. I just wanted to talk with you first. You wanted to talk about your arm?
Indeed. It's time to test it. And I want you to be there.
Okay. How are we doing this?
Not how. Where? Will you meet me where we felled Regalla's tremor tusk? Right where the river bends?
Sure, if you want, but I'm not sure I understand.
You'll see when we get there. I promise.
Then I'll let you know when I get close.
You have my thanks, Aloy.
Like I said, I'll call you when I'm close to Regalla's old outpost near the bulwark.
May the 10 guide your way.
I love this guy. Yeah. That's what he had to spell, Abe. It's so good, too, because the look on the kid's face. Oh, yeah. He's famous for, like, the best thing ever. It's so innocent. It's so innocent. And yet, it's the best thing.
Looking up for that?
It's so good. Can you use it in a sentence? I told you, the edit sold it.
I think this is where Kotallo wanted to test out his new arm. Hey, Kotallo. I'm by the Tremor Tusk site, where we agreed to meet. Want to test that new arm of yours?
I'll be there shortly.
His little bowl cut.
Thank you for waiting.
Maybe now you can tell me what we're doing here?
Not just yet. Follow me, please.
Yeah, they make the poor kids say it louder.
Someone's being awfully mysterious.
You took your sweet time telling me what you wanted to do to the bulwark. Consider this my revenge.
Fair enough.
I told you, I like these two together. They're a good pair. Like, warrior-wise. Like, I don't think there's any, like... I don't think there's any else.
What am I looking at?
Oh, you'll see. Come.
All right, talk to me, Kotallo.
I wish to test the arm on that. It has menaced the valley for some time. Killed more than a few of the Sky Clan. But no longer.
I'm honored to help.
Here we go, here we go!
After you.
Yeah! We got this man an arm, bro!
Let's see how this thing likes the taste of metal.
Use shock ammo.
Level 30 Scorcher. Usable weapon up at the top. Frost and Shock. Alright, let's get that weapon off.
Use that weapon!
I plan on it. Ooh, he fast! Oh boy! Where'd he go? Where'd the yellow thing? There it is. Why'd she do that?
There.
Come on, why is this thing never loaded? Reload the thing! I hit reload like 3 times. Come on, girl. Like, frickin' do your job. See what I'm talking about with combat frequency? Like, I can't even reload a weapon. There's just not enough time.
This'll help.
Come on.
Well, I think it's safe to say the new arm works fine.
Agreed.
Then why are you taking it off?
This is what I am now. What I overcame. Anything else feels... wrong. Like a disguise. I'll use the new arm when I need it, but the rest of the time, I will simply be myself.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
You have my thanks for doing this with me. Here. Something to mark our victory.
Thank you. I'll see you later then.
The 10 be with you, Aloy.
Shadow stretching. Almost sunset.
Changing the boltcaster was really a regrettable decision. Yeah, this thing is never... See, she's supposed to do that when she gets it out or it's not loaded. So if you get it out and you move and you skip that portion, then it's not loaded when you get it out. Like, that's part of the problem. I knocked old boy's weapon off and I couldn't even pick it up to use it. There's never a break in the action. Like, I couldn't reload. You know what I mean? Like, just basic things that you kind of need to be able to do in a fight. Reload a weapon. Heal. Like, switch weapons. You know, pick something off of the ground and try to use it. It's like like most of the time you can't do those things. There's just not enough of a break in the fight. If you switch ammo type, it has to reload the ammo type. No, I tested that. That's not true. Christopher, we tested that. If I shoot lightning and I shoot this one and I just reload one of them, they all get reloaded. It's this right here. It's when she gets it out. When you do that, if she doesn't complete that animation, then it's not ready to go. See? She has to do that or it's not ready to go. So there's like a readying when you switch to the ammo. Maybe that's what you mean. There's like a readying period, and if you don't allow that readying period to finish, then she can't use the weapon. She has to reload it. They create an insane amount of urgency, like they want you to feel like you're on your toes at all time. Yeah, you do. You feel this sense of like you're constantly having to move, constantly having to do stuff, and part of I think some of the issue with why it can feel really frustrating is the machines can seemingly do everything super fast. There doesn't seem to be any cooldowns in their actions and their attacks. The combat frequency for them is just so high, so fast, so crazy. But then for me, I feel like everything I do is like super slow. We're going to call our companions. There's no way back.
Okay, everyone. I'm at the rendezvous point. It's time to rescue Beta and Gaia.
Understood, Aloy. We're on our way.
Aloy.
Where are the others?
Not far behind.
Egghead here couldn't stand traveling with the pack.
Are we all here? Then let's begin.
Yeah, my stomach's been fine. It was just a stomach poisoning. It wasn't, or food poisoning. It wasn't a stomach bug.
A tunnel.
An ancient escape route from the ruins on the island. When I realized it ran all the way across the water, I thought it might prove useful to come and go undetected. So I concealed it from the others. Shall we?
I wish there was a less pungent way to get way inside the base.
Agreed.
There's the launch tower. That plane offers a little cover, so the only viable path is through there. There will be specters guarding it, and many more can be deployed from those hangars.
All right. Alva, Kotallo, get to it.
Where are they going?
Somewhere important. Erend, you're with me. You guys, take the high ground in case we need covering fire.
Tactically sound, I suppose. What will she do?
There's a sensor node nearby. If I hack into it, I should be able to scramble the network and keep you undetected. But not for long.
Then we should proceed.
One more thing. Open up the channel to Beta. Audio only.
Aloy.
We're here, and we're coming for you. You know what to do, right?
As long as you hold up your end.
We will. See you soon.
Be careful.
Let's go.
Yeah,
Get to the
Aaron.
launch tower as quickly as possible.
Aaron has
I'll
a
do
lot
my
on
best
his
to
back.
Conceal our intrusion.
Company. Follow my lead.
That's what I do.
Classic idiot right through that metal.
I wonder how much damage I can do with a silent attack on these guys.
It's here when you want it. This'll help.
Settle down, bro.
Anytime you're ready.
Yeah, I'm waiting. If we can land a big silent hit, it might help.
I'll follow you in.
I don't know if you can do silent hits on these guys. Let me try something.
The grass here.
Why wouldn't he turn around?
Hey, Aloy.
Not worth it.
This thing with acid. Don't get that stuff on you. Hit it again.
These guys are weaker than the first ones I fought.
before the
gonna
plasma
blow.
blast.
Right in.
What? Oh, there it is.
You got its weak spots. Plasma. Hit it with plasma. It's gonna explode.
Oh, come on.
I think we got it.
I think you're right.
Use strategy and traps, or I could play how I want to play.
Yeah.
What am I missing here? Where's the route? What am I? Apparently there's a route up here? Oh, haha.
What's in this backpack? Metal bricks?
Aloy, Alva and I are closing in on the regulator.
Keep me posted.
It's creepy in here.
Don't worry. I'll protect you.
I wish I had a glider. I guess I'll find another one.
Okay.
There's a lot of dead machines on this island.
We killed a great many when we landed here. Their
I'm not really
salvage may
built for
prove
climbing.
useful to you now.
Sorry, Erend. Another Spectre.
Sneak or fight? You choose.
It's weak to acid.
What did we... It was over here, wasn't it? There we go.
Under attack! Cover her!
Clear of the blast.
Firing!
And now's a good time to hit it with plasma.
Now's a good time to hit it with plasma?
Come here. It's gonna explode. Oh, it looks like Zoe's giving us some supporting fire.
Oh, that was a decent shot, I guess.
Better than on the outside.
Okay,
Any good
so
loot?
a lot of plasma. Little tip. Little tip, you get to the end game, bring plasma. How'd you like that strategy? Yeah.
Tired yet?
Yep. those weeds.
We're through.
I grab it if you need it. Live long, kill your enemy.
These Spectres are good sport! We can take this one, Aloy. Keep moving.
You gotta tell me twice.
That Stormbird carcass should get us over the gap.
I hate stormbirds. But I guess that dead one's handy enough. Now, you remember the good old days when our only worry was whether Meridian would be destroyed? You know, instead of a whole world?
Oh yeah. Good times.
More specters. I'll attack when you do.
Jiminy frick. Wait, aren't they strong against solar? Those bodies aren't very helpful.
Are we gonna attack or what?
Use acid. The corrode. Get clear of the blast.
What? It barely hurt him. Oh. Well, yeah, that's not hurting them. Oh, you cheeky minx. Okay, got that one.
Let's smash these machines.
Okay, Mr. Peanut Butter, I thought you were supposed to be like locked down. Hell, he was going to talk. Ah, what the heck?
Yeah, that's gonna blow. I can keep this going.
I think that's all of them.
Good work. What's next?
Let's push on.
We're trying out a different cam.
Time to hit it with plasma.
We wanted a camera that was a little less intrusive in the scenes and all the various games that we play. So we're trying a circle cam. What's the FOV set to? There's no options for that. So I don't know. She just shoves that giant thing in her back.
Here, up this rock. We're gonna have to climb
I don't
down
think the
this corner.
FOV is creating issues with the combat. I don't think that's what it is.
We should move on.
Again, I primarily attribute it to a combat frequency problem. The enemies attack too frequently. Now these Spectre things that we're fighting are better. They take little breaks. They aim. They wind up. Like there's, I don't know. The rhythm in these fights has been a lot better than some of the other fights that irritated me.
I can see the way forward. Keep moving.
Going as fast as we can. You all right?
Sort of. How many Spectres do the Zeniths have?
More than we want to fight at once, that's for sure.
I have an idea.
Pick it up.
Let's conserve some of our ammo here.
Hit it with plasma.
Come on.
You have to hit this thing.
Looks like the others have things under control. Come on, up the slab.
How'd he get over there?
Hey, machine.
Aloy, Alva and I are in position.
Do it. Blow the regulator.
A moment while I ignite the charges.
I'll take this one.
Alpha and Kotallo did their job. Now it's Beta's turn.
Aloy? I think we're in trouble.
Whatever you plan to do to stop those Spectres, you better do it now.
I'm not doing anything. Beta will. She just needs a little time.
Time that we don't have.
Come on, Beta, come on, come on, come on.
What is that?
Yo!
Our army.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! They're stealthing it up and
I
everything.
think you got their attention.
Very clever. You had Beta inject Hephaestus into the base's printer matrix.
Which is faster and more powerful than any cauldron.
Now it can crank out machines to its heart's content. Come on. Let's get to the launch tower before this whole place becomes a war zone.
Your maneuver, as clever as it is, means that Hephaestus has escaped containment. It will no doubt feed back to the Cauldron network.
We grabbed it once, we'll get it again.
Or find a way to replicate its functionality, perhaps. The Apollo database.
That was dope. That was a really good turn. That was a good turn. I knew they were going to come up with something to get a bunch of machines, but that was well done.
I just have one report.
What is it?
We had to do all this climbing.
That a big rock might give us a bridge to get up and through.
Gotcha.
I guess not all the specters are fighting our machines.
We got two.
I think they can handle it. There, prime with plasma.
Oh, man. Get up! $300. Oh, so we're filling that meter with plasma so that when it explodes, it's a bigger... So that was only 100. I understand now. This guy is straight up hiding up there. Let's see how much. Let's see how much it does whenever the meter's full. 300's the max. Okay.
Come on, let's cross over.
Aloy, did you hit this thing with acid?
It's a shame he went up there. I can't loot him.
This way.
Big jump.
The look away explosion. Did you like that?
To the right, I think.
To the right? What? Oh, I was like, what are you talking about, bro?
And now to the left.
You can get to the launch tower through the hangar up ahead. I'm heading over to join you now. The hangar's in bad shape, but I can see the way in. Hurry, Aloy!
Another one?
By the blood of the Ten!
Yeah, so it seems you can override the plasma. Wonderful stun lock. Literally can't get up. As soon as I finally had a bow drawn.
I'm dying.
As do I.
Do you see how quickly you can use so much of your healing? I got in a little fight and I got stun locked, and look how much of my healing I wasted. Like, that's a great picture. That right there, we went through all those fights, had such a great time, everything went smooth, and then that guy stun locked me and just eviscerated its way through my healing economy. One enemy, one bad fight is all it takes. Like, it's such a sharp swing from everything leading up to that moment. It goes from feeling like manageable and epic to being like you're literally just smacking me around and I can't do anything about it. But where are we supposed to go? Oh, right here.
Whoa. Look
Are you winning, son? I will say, this is a really good final mission.
Come on, let's go!
This way, demon! Ah! This is the death I was promised. Go!
Regalla's dope, bro. She is hardcore. Just straight hardcore all the way to the end of her life. I like her a lot. This is the death I was promised.
Aloy, it's been intense, but Kotallo got me to a network node. I'm trying to get in.
Keep at it. We're almost to the tower.
Yeah, she gets to 3-tap it, yeah. In her defense, her weapon's pretty dope. Oh no, there's a lot of them.
Ah, now we know who's been causing all the fuss. Tilda's little pet.
Silence. Zenith inbound. Can we drop their shields, please?
I'm powering it up. Stay still.
This is pointless! You can't hurt us. Face it, you're worms that ooze to the cracks into our basement.
Silence.
One moment more.
But I might just spare you if you give up Tilda. I think it's safe to say she's forfeited her share of our operation. Permanently.
There.
No. Nothing. Fine. All right, people. Light 'em up! Are we supposed to be scared?
Ho 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 ho! Yeah, dog!
We can't let Gerard escape. It won't take long before he preps the shuttle for launch. Then he'll be able to take Beta and Gaia into orbit and onto the Odyssey beyond our reach.
We gotta go through there?
I failed to see another option.
Then we'll carve a path. Ready?
What's good, Seb?
Get to the top and secure Gaia. I'll stop Gerard.
I gotta get to the top of the tower and free Beta.
Aloy, time machine fell. Apologies for that. We're okay. As long as Alva hurries.
I'm almost into the network. Just do the best you can. Okay, an elevator. Promising.
Let me fight him. Come on. Let me fight this SOB.
We got some unfinished business, little girl.
Come on. Get up, Aloy.
I don't need a shield to take you out.
Trust me, you're gonna wish you had one.
Let me taste the blood.
I can't let him catch me.
Man, he gets...
Taking you down.
I can't...
Not much without your shield, are ya?
You ready, little man?
Got that, didn't ya?
Oh, yeah!
Oh, well, that's new. You're done for!
I can't... He clears so much ground.
Break you, your...
This is the end for you!
He's so spammy, dude. Scan him? When, pray tell, am I gonna do that?
Take that! Time to shut you up!
Frost. No. I cannot get away from that attack. You see what I'm saying? I literally can't get away from the attack. I get shot anyway. It's so dumb. The combat in this game is so dumb. Like you get attacked no matter what you do. He doesn't frickin' miss. This is just, it's not enjoyable. I'm turning the game volume down. It's not enjoyable. It just isn't. You cannot dodge the attacks. You dodge one and you get hit anyway. It's so freaking stupid. This right here is the literal example of everything I've talked about from the beginning of the game to now. He goes, bam, 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 and you dodge the first attack, and you get hit anyway. So I guess I'm supposed to run around like a numbskull anytime he's shooting. I can't attack him. Because there's no respite in between his attacks. There's no respite. He stops doing his attack, I go to shoot him, and in the time I draw the weapon, he's doing another volley. It's just dumb. Good luck, Wheeze. You dodge the first shot, and the second and third get you because they track your movement. Yeah, it's stupid. Like, you're never rewarded for dodging in this game, ever. You get attacked, you get hit no matter what. It's so face-tanky brain dead. The whole game. If they got rid of long dodge, if I could long dodge, I'd be having a different conversation right now. I'd be able to long dodge when he does that. She would dive farther, and she'd get out of the funnel. That's what we're going to have to do, is we're going to have to hit him with fire. Draw the second arrow, you idiot! Yeah, that seems fair. Once again, you cannot get away from the attacks.
Are you there? I'm on my way to help. Just need to find my way in there.
This is what I've been training for.
Combat in this game is just so god awful. And she look at that delay in getting the second arrow out. No explanation for it. Oh, and he's stunned but not stunned. Cute. So adorable. Like, so adorable. He gets to override every stun I do to him. Cute. Catches you with one and gets to hit you with the rest. Yeah, it's so cute. So cute how much the game cheats. Wow, I can't get away from any of the attacks. I'm so surprised I'm taking all this damage. Wow, yep, can't get up, can't get away. So fair. Such a great crescendo fight. Bunch of absolute... This fight is literal shit.
I almost forgot what it was like.
Who designed this? Who thought that would be a great crescendo? I can't even enjoy the moment of revenge for Varl's death because you designed such a brain-dead, stupid fight. This amazing, awesome story, I finally get to face off against this guy, and it's so bad. 0 out of 10.
Good.
0 out of 10.
Your sister. I'll regroup with the others and make sure they're alright.
You ruined the entire moment. This is supposed to be some epic face-off. And it's just nothing but a bunch of stupid stun lock, undodgeable damage like the rest of the dumb game. It's so irritating. 0 out of 10.
I better take the lift.
That was the last fight? No, but it's a significant face-off. You face him super early in the game and he almost kills you, and he kills Varl. And it's just more stupid spam. It's like, oh wow, an enemy that spams like crazy. What a one-trick pony this game turned out to be in the combat, dude. What a one-trick pony. It's so irritating. I'm so invested. I love the characters. I love the world. I love the story. And you cannot design a boss fight or a challenging fight that doesn't just spam me. You didn't get stun locked? I mean, every fight I've gotten in near the end game, I get stun locked every freaking time. It's so freaking irritating. 0 out of 10. It's so frustrating to get this much in a game, have this many weapon options, this many combat choices, and that guy just gets to hold the button down. And it's like you can't even do anything. You're just sitting there getting obliterated. Look for openings? There were no openings. If he hit me once... Christopher, you're not even engaging with the criticism. You're not. He would hit me once and knock me down. I would go to get back up and he would hit me again. There's no dodge. There's no skill. There's no ability. There's nothing you can do to stop that when that happens. Just because you had a good experience doesn't mean that the game isn't laden with a significant combat rhythm problem. If they knock you down, you get absolutely decimated. You can't do anything. It's so stupid. It's terrible design. How do you design a game that centers around combat and your main character lays on the ground like a buffoon and the enemies can just keep attacking? They don't even register the fact that you're completely compromised. Some games, I know this is unrealistic, but some games do that. Like if you get knocked on the ground, they don't just sit there and keep knocking you down because it doesn't make for very interesting combat. It ruins the entire moment. You're like, I can't do anything, bro. You knock me on the ground. There's not a button I can press. There's not a skill or strategy I can implement to stop it from happening. It just happens. So you just have to sit here and eat through your health resources because they were too stupid to design a game that doesn't stun lock you. His arm could reach you no matter where you are.
Maybe Beta can help me figure it out.
Well, and... okay, let's talk about that. That's a whole other element to the fight that you don't even get to enjoy because you're so frazzled and you have zero confidence in your ability to dodge anything. He actually had visual cues for his sword attacks, right? And you can 100% dodge those. But look what happened most of the time I dodged it. I successfully dodged his sword attack at least 3 different times, and what happened? He hits me anyway. It's the cheapest melee combat I think I have ever experienced. He misses the hit, and as my character is coming out of the roll, I get hit anyway. It doesn't even make any sense. I've never played a game where you dodge their attack and they just immediately hit you again. It's like they get to throw some kind of a tantrum. They're like, oh, you missed my attack. That's not fair. And they just do it again. I'm telling you, it's a frequency problem. They attack so frequently that what ends up happening is, so the way combat in games like this work is, the enemy will aggro depending on your proximity or a vision cone, okay? There's 2 things that primarily drive aggro. They either see you, they've got a vision cone, or proximity. They know you're right next to them, right? Because you're making sound or whatever, okay? So in a fight like that, when he swings and he misses me, I'm out of his vision cone, but I'm in proximity. So it makes perfectly good sense that I need to be aware of what he's doing and try to get away. Because he's not just going to swing once and be like, herp derp, where'd they go? I lost them. So, understandably, proximity still drives aggro, even though I'm out of his vision cone. I think the mistake the developers made in this game is as long as you are in proximity, they execute attacks on you perfectly as if they didn't just completely whiff an attack. I've never played a game where an enemy takes a big giant weapon, swings it at me, I successfully dodge, and then as I'm like moving my character, turning or whatever, they just swing again and hit me anyway. I've never played a game like that. You cannot dodge fast enough in this game to like dodge and then dodge again, dodge again, dodge again. Like that's not how it works. You're meant to like dodge once and then like reassess the situation. I'm telling you, there's a mistake baked into this game with attack frequency. You dodge the attack and you're awarded nothing. You're not awarded with an opportunity to do damage. It doesn't open up the fight and give you an opportunity to like get away or strategize. That you just get hit again anyway. Go back and watch that fight. Numerous times he comes swinging at me, I would go like this and dodge out of the way, and as my character is standing back up, I get hit anyway. That doesn't make any sense. That's called automatic damage. It's, as I say, incorrectly, it's unmitigatable damage. You just get hit regardless of what you're doing. So that's why I said it just feels like a face tank. It's like, well, I might as well let you hit me, and then I'll just heal out of it. Instead of dodging, and now I don't know where you are. You're behind me, you're to my left or to my right or whatever. That's why it's so frustrating. It's like, this is supposed to be a game where you finesse the fights and you have all these different, things in your arsenal, and you're doing all these different things to, like, beat the enemy. And it's like, you just end up getting the crap smacked out of you because, like what Ashen's saying, it's like you're fat rolling in Dark Souls. You dodge an attack, but with fat roll, you'll get hit on your recovery. That's exactly what this feels like. Didn't seem that satisfying fight at all. Anyways, going to meeting, catch you later. All right, see you, Abe. I'm not even angry because, like, I'm dying. I'm getting through the fight. I'm surviving. It's just incredibly unsatisfying. It's like, this is supposed to be the crescendo of the game. This is supposed to be awesome, an epic moment where Aloy, shows her strength and her prowess, and she's just getting smacked around the room like a rag doll, like she's some kind of a chump. It's like, she's supposed to be this super competent, brave warrior, and she just feels like she's just getting beat around the room. It's just dumb. I'm incredibly disappointed with how the combat has shaked out in this game. And on my way here, I consistently pointed it out to you guys. I was like, look how different the combat is when there's combat rhythm and there's not this insane frequency of attack. Whatever they're called, the things we fought on the way here. What are they called? Dadgummit. The spider-looking things. Those things are like, it's like a fair fight. You can see the attack coming. If they miss, that you've got time to get away. It's okay. You hit them with the plasma. It does good damage. They kind of reassert. They get some distance. When they get some distance, they take some aim. You've got time to react. You've got time to maybe shoot the guns. It's a good fight. You have visual and auditory cues that you can react to, and when you do a good job, you're rewarded with success. And in so much of the rest of the game's combat in the end, it doesn't matter what the frick I do. I'm just getting smacked around. Specters, I think is what they're called. Yeah. Like, this is supposed to be the pinnacle of Aloy's combat career, and it doesn't feel like it at all. I appreciate that, Goonie boys. I really like this game. They got so much right. It's super enjoyable. I think Aloy's a great character. I think the script is amazing. I think the world is amazing. But the combat's all over the place.
I know you've been through a lot, but you have to help me access the Zenith network. I need to see their files. Anything referring to the word Nemesis. Okay. Over there. The systems are down all over the base. I should be able to take advantage of... Yes, Nemesis. Here. There's something in deep space. It's following the Zeniths to Earth. Look. Escape vectors. Alva tried to warn me about this. The Zeniths aren't planning to stay here. It's a machine of some kind. Or a swarm of them. The energy readings are... astronomical. Aloy, I don't think a natural disaster destroyed the Zenith colony on Sirius. This thing did. Earth isn't a new home for them. It's a way station. They're on the run.
I see you've been busy.
And you've been lying. Nemesis, what is it?
It is us. The minds of Far Zenith. Or failed copies of them, anyway. Back on Sirius, some of my peers weren't satisfied with physical immortality. They wanted digital transcendence. A way to upload their minds into any form, organic or mechanical. Nemesis was a failed experiment to that effect. Abandoned, but never erased. An immense database of our memories, emotions, and prejudices left to fester.
And it destroyed your colony?
We didn't realize it had gained sentience until it broke containment. It had everything it needed from our memories. Security protocols, system specs, override codes. It hacked everything before we knew what hit us. Then it took over our printing facilities, allowing it to gain any machine form it needed to wipe us out.
But why?
Imagine being trapped alone for decades with only the twisted echoes of megalomaniacs for company. It hates us for abandoning it to that prison. And now that it's free, it will do anything to destroy us, including denying us a safe harbor on Earth.
The extinction signal that woke Hades. You didn't send it. Nemesis did.
Finally, you understand. And when that failed, it launched from Sirius to finish the job itself. Which is why we must flee to a random planet circling a random star, somewhere it can never find us.
With Gaia, so you can build yourself a new world.
That's the plan. Even now. Earth is finished, Aloy. Nemesis will scour it of life to deny its creators a viable home. But Elizabeth's dream won't die. You'll come with me to the stars. And with Gaia, we'll create a new world. Together. Where that monstrosity could never find us.
What? No.
I loved Elizabeth. More than you could ever know. And I let her stay behind to die with the rest of humanity. A mistake I have regretted for 1,000 years. Now she stands before me again. Not some inferior copy, but her best possible self. So I'm not asking. You're coming with me. It may seem harsh now, but you'll forgive me in a few centuries.
You can't force me, Tilda. Your shield is gone.
I have something better. Spectre Prime, to me.
Take cover! Get to the door!
Submit, Aloy. You can't win.
No! I've heard that before.
Remember when I said that they kept doing these 90-degree twists and turns and how it creates a cynicism in the story because you don't really think what you're seeing or the trajectory and the arc is like what's actually going to happen? Like, I said that knowing they were going to do this. You know what I'm saying? I knew they were going to do this. I was like, Tilda's 100% got some other thing up her sleeve. It's another... Yeah, we were telling you this, but what's actually going on is this instead. So, like, the story is good, but I do think they do this a little too much in the story. They're like, you think you know what's happening, and they're like, just kidding. Like, right now, I don't even know if I trust anything she just said. Like, is this thing that's coming to consume the Earth? Is it going to get to Earth and be like, just kidding, I'm a sentient, like very, very loving being? Do you know what I mean? It's like, is it going to get here and be good? And she was lying then too. So, I'm looking forward to this fight though. I can't wait to get stun locked.
Ask yourself why you're holding back.
I can do some damage.
Take us up! This Spectre was designed to survive against more than that.
Oh, golly, I'm barely hurting her.
I can target its gold plating.
I can endure. You cannot. How long can you keep this up?
It's making a dent in those gold plates.
Like, every time I'm gonna aim, she's gonna do that? Like, I don't understand where my attack windows are. As soon as I do that, she does that spin move. And she does it again.
That thing's fast.
As soon as I aim at her, she does that.
I knew you didn't truly
You're not
want to
taking
hurt
me, Tilda! Ha! Those gold plates are vulnerable.
I was outside the window. I could see that in slow-mo. Oh, you successfully dodged. I'm gonna hit you anyway. Oh, you're aiming at me. I better spin and close the gap and melee hit you. Quick, do an animation and she gets to move during the animation.
Sticks and stones against the lightning.
I can't believe she immediately did a spin move as soon as I let go of the arrow.
Well, that did something.
All right, we're getting the gold stuff off. I don't think she has any gold stuff left. Okay. I forget what she's weak to. Oh, also that, okay. All right, that'll work.
Ask yourself why you're holding back.
What? That's what that hit?
This won't work till I can endure. You cannot.
Get up.
Better hit it before the plasma flow. Sticks and stones against the lightning.
Oh, she got her gold stuff back.
Clip that thing's armor.
What? They're like, hey, wherever you are in the world, it doesn't matter.
To power the attack. Say the word, and I'll stay my hand.
Is there any healing in the room?
Fight on, and you will lose.
I was... What the frick?
I'm not going with you. This pain. Gotta get more ammo.
Load the arrow, Aloy! Golly frick!
I do not wish to mourn you. This Spectre was designed to survive against more than that. Activate! Launch! Go!
A few more hits.
Blast off!
I knew it.
I knew you didn't truly want to hurt me.
I better scan that thing first.
Get up! Golly.
I thank you! Let us end this!
Ha! Those gold plates are vulnerable.
You fought well. Now live!
That suit won't protect you!
I have you!
Disagree.
I'm not giving up.
Fire a barrage!
Oh my gosh.
There! Got its armor! Well, that did something. You're not taking me, Tilda!
That seems fair.
I can endure. You cannot.
Lies. Why didn't it refill?
Elemental ammo.
I knew you didn't truly want to hurt me.
I'll shut you down.
This Spectre was designed to survive against more than that.
I love that.
And stones against the lightning.
It's powering up.
Why does Aloy check on the bow every time? Why? Watch what she does. What is she doing there?
You must submit.
This won't work, Tilda!
Ask yourself why you're holding back.
Gotta take out those gold plates to stop those attacks. I'm wounded. No!
Fight on, and you will
Plates
lose.
are vulnerable to elemental ammo. Armor's off! You're not gonna beat me! Oh, it's quick!
You thought this would be easy?
Plasma's building to something.
That seems fair.
I am the only way you get to live, Aloy.
The combat in this game
Ask
just
yourself why
sucks.
you're holding
It's
back.
so many balls. Like a bag of
Steal
balls.
that thing first. Oh,
Seems fair. Spike thrower. Shut the frick up. I was doing the spike thrower. Shut the frick up.
I
It
can
wasn't
do
working.
You cannot.
All these stupid undodgeable fricking all these whatever. Would you just kill me? Like you just wasted all my health.
You are so much.
Kill me, you freaking piece of garbage. What is this? It's the same thing in every boss fight. As soon as you let go of your attack, they move. Like you're just supposed to know they're going to do that. It's so dumb.
that thing first.
It's so painfully stupid. See what I'm saying? As soon as I aim at her, she just keeps doing it. Look. As soon as 3 in a row, ADS jump, ADS jump. As soon as you ADS on her, she triggers some kind of an attack. See? 3 in a row. Every time I ADS on her, she moves or triggers some kind of an attack. It's so freaking dumb. This is some of the cheesiest AI I've ever seen in a game. No time to react.
Gotta hit those gold plates.
I literally can't dodge the attack. She does 2 back to back like that. This is such a garbage fight, man. I'm telling you that the combat in this game is so bad at the end. It is legitimately some of the worst combat sequences I've ever been in. Everything Aloy does is so slow. Watch, she doesn't do anything. Look at her. Everything I do on the bow is so slow. Sprint, slide, jump. Homie, I'm doing all of those. Like, I don't need to do that exact thing to get away from the attacks. That's not the problem. The problem is even when I have her on the ropes and it's going well, like, everything Aloy does is so slow. Like, watch this. Look at what she's doing. Look. What is that? She has to do that for every single arrow? Are you freaking serious? Look at her. Look at her. She got to check the arrow every time.
Those gold plates are vulnerable. I'm not going with you.
Don't make me hurt you.
Upgrade your bow. Shut the frick up. Here, here, let me help you. Just go the frick somewhere else. Like, I can't stand people like you. You have all the solutions. Just run. Just sprint. Just go upgrade your bow. Yeah, that's all you have to do.
I can endure. You cannot.
She puts all the armor on right back again. I don't understand. Like, what's the point of knocking all the armor off? She instantly put it all back on.
That suit won't protect you.
You can't stop me, Aloy.
There, got its armor.
Wait, what? Why'd that put plasma on her?
Target active.
I did something.
Take her down.
What even hit me? I got away from the attack. Like, why do you just constantly take damage in this game? It doesn't matter.
You cannot win.
Me, Tilda.
Okay.
The gold plates. They're powering its attack.
No, the reason reviewers praise games like this is because they all played on easy. They played on story. When you play it on story, you're not going to have any of these encounters. The one person that reviewed it, she literally said she didn't even have to use any of the weapons.
This Spectre was designed to survive against more than that.
I'll shut you down.
I've seen your life, Aloy. It should not be lost.
There's a weapon. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to use the weapon because all she does... Look at this. She's just going to spam attacks.
Oh, that thing's fast.
Where'd the weapons go?
Sticks and stones against the lightning.
that still got me at that distance.
This won't work, Tilda.
Sticks and stones against the lightning.
Okay, new plan.
I don't think I have any health on me. What?
Death brings only darkness.
No, apparently I don't.
The stars.
So dumb.
This specter was designed.
It's like the cheesiest AI I've ever seen in history. She just spams attacks until she gets you. She'll do the same attack 18 times. Like, you can't get away from her. She literally, it's like until she satisfies damage on you, she just keeps spamming the same attacks.
I knew you didn't truly want to hurt me.
Ha! Those gold plates are vulnerable. You're not gonna beat me. Pick up that thing's armor.
Stop! I beg you.
BS. I can't.
You can't stop me, Aloy.
You're telling me to use the Hunter bow, it's faster, but I'm supposed to knock her armor off, and I'm supposed to put plasma on her, which is what this bow has literally got. This bow literally has that.
I'm not going with you.
Ask yourself why you're holding back. I can endure. You cannot.
I literally can't dodge that follow-up attack. It's not possible. I just tried. You are literally in the cooldown when the second one comes through. It's like this game's combat summed up. And what hurt me right there? Explain that to me. What hurt me? I dodged the attack and I get hurt anyway. It doesn't even make any sense. I literally timed it. I used iframes. I got out of the way and you get hit anyway. What hit me? What? Is there just random stuff in the room?
That suit won't protect you.
It's so stupid, bro. You literally are never rewarded for dodging in this freaking game. There's just constant sources of damage from everywhere. The black mist that comes up from her slam? Wait, so I don't understand. How are you supposed to dodge the attack? Just stun locked. One more, another stun lock. Another stun lock. Like you constantly getting stun locked in this game.
Why do you not value your life? You're not taking me, Tilda!
I dodged that, bro. Like everything. This is literally the worst fight ever. It's the worst fight. You can't get away from any of her attacks. Like those things she just shot, I wasn't even anywhere near it. I was nowhere near it. I literally saw it and I ran away, and it still hurts you and it still knocks you down, dude. It's so... I cannot believe how bad this fight is, bro.
Engage thrusters!
That didn't even register. That hit didn't even register. It didn't even register.
Elemental ammo's making a dent in those gold plates. I'll shut you down. Landed somewhere. Get up. Armor's off. Hit her! End this!
I frame out of 1, and you just get hit by the next batch.
Really want to hurt me? Oh, that thing's fast.
That was great. That was great. I love getting taken out of the combat to do that, and then when you come back out, you have no freaking clue where she is, so you automatically get hurt. That's freaking great, dude. That was such a good idea to do that. To do like a player animation that takes a player out of combat, and then when you come back out, the enemies change their location. Whoever designed that is just a freaking genius. They're so smart.
This specter was survive against more than that.
It's powering up. You're not gonna beat me!
Fuselage, now!
I did something.
Is this where you want to end your journey?
It's using those gold plates to power its attacks.
That still hurts you out far away.
Cut that thing's armor. I'm not going with you. Ha! Those gold plates are vulnerable.
Aww. I hit dodge. Come on.
I can endure. You cannot.
It's rebuilding itself. I need to get my stamina back first.
Wait, I think I just figured something out.
I gotta move. The gold plates are vulnerable to elemental ammo.
Execute attack pattern Sigma.
That suit won't protect you.
I will finish this. Don't make me hurt you.
That's annoying, isn't it?
Quick!
Execute attack pattern data.
Need as much protection as I can get.
Launch ordnance.
Ah, come on. Disagree.
I knew you didn't truly want to hurt me.
of course. Yeah, of course. That's fair. Am I supposed to shoot that when she's doing that?
You're finished, Tilda! Sticks and stones against the lightning.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe I missed that.
Ask yourself why you're holding back.
This is literally the dumbest. This is just the stupidest fight. It's so freaking dumb. See what I'm saying? Like, what's the point in knocking all her armor off? She literally puts it right back on. I don't understand that. I don't understand that.
Say the word, and I'll stay my hand.
I should aim for the gold plates.
Target active.
Won't be long before the plasma explodes. Elemental ammo is making a dent in those gold plates.
Is this really what you want? Activate!
Oh, come on.
You're not taking me, Tilda!
That's so fair, dude. I'm in a full sprint. Gotta love stun lock.
Take us up!
Dude's literally making this harder for no reason. What do you mean? I don't have a rope caster, number one. Number two, I'm using the weapons that it indicates that you're supposed to use. You're supposed to knock the gold off. I do that. You're supposed to use plasma. I'm doing that. What do you mean? You're one of those unidimensional one-trick pony know-it-all douchebags? Like, oh, you're just supposed to use the rope caster. I don't have a rope caster. I didn't invest in the rope caster in this playthrough. Like, I have weaponry that should be perfectly fine to fight her with. I know the rope caster ties machines down. It was like OP in the first game. Like, you see, she says there, got its armor off. Like, am I supposed to do something during that phase? Like, I don't understand.
Please, Aloy, stop!
Those gold plates are vulnerable to elemental ammo.
iframes. Like, literally in the middle of the dodge, and I got hit anyway.
This world will die. You don't have to.
I don't understand why they designed the fight this way. It's so stupid. It's so dumb. So if you don't have a rope caster, is this fight basically impossible? Every attack she does is like miles of range. I know how to... Hassani, you're clearly not paying attention. I know I can refill my berries by holding up. Like, stop saying stupidly, blatantly obvious things. You think I made it all the way to the boss and don't know that I can do that? I don't have any. They didn't let you recoup any of your resources before coming into this fight. Acid traps and arrows help. I mean, I have acid traps. I disabled them because I was never using them. Yeah, it's not going to let me come in here and do anything. She's going to beat the snot out of me. You're saying put this down? What's this gonna do? She just destroyed it. It didn't do anything to her. Before the final fight begins, players will want to make sure they have tools needed. Acid traps, Spectre Prime particularly weak against acid and plasma. Acid traps will provide massive damage as the machine triggers them during its own attempts to injure Aloy. Players can also use the Forge Fall Sharpshot Bow, one of the Forbidden West Horizon, one of the best weapons, to inflict massive plasma damage by aiming for the gold plates around the machine. These are all the things I'm doing with the exception of the traps. The gold plates are where the machine is most vulnerable, and you should always be aimed for regardless of weapon place. Yes, I'm literally using the Glow Blast. I'm not using the Forge Fall Sharpshot. I'm using the Glow Blast Sharpshot bow, and I've been hitting her with plasma this entire time. 95. Eight. I guess that wasn't the gold part? It's like the... where's the gold part? I thought the whole shoulder was gold. What the frick? Oh, she moved.
Is this really what you want?
That was unfortunate timing. Hang on a minute. No, she's not even listed in here, so I have to look at her in here.
This won't work. I gotta get through all that armor before I can do some.
Yeah, her whole shoulder is supposed to be considered gold. You see what I'm saying? Do you see how stupid this freaking game is? Her whole shoulder is supposed to be gold. The whole thing's glowing. And I sometimes I shoot it, I get like a 240. Other times I shoot, I get a 9. It's the whole shoulder. Oh, the top crown is not glowing. Oh my gosh. For frick's sake. 76. 236. Okay, all right. Hang on a second. 95? Second ago it was way higher. Okay, so when she's doing that, you cannot... I literally hit dodge. My character didn't do it. I promise you. I hit it...
You're not gonna beat me!
95. Man, that one just seems so unfair, because I can't tell she's winding up. Oh my gosh. And again, there's this this is just such a honestly, the combat in this game is ruining it. I can't even defend it anymore. I can't defend the combat in this game. It's just there's way too much stun lock. Like, this level of stun lock is just inexcusable. You should not be constantly stun locking the player. It's just there's no excuse for it. They make you wait until the last second. Maybe upgrade it? Where the frick do you think I'm gonna do that? Can I fast travel right now? No, I can't. So where, pray tell, am I gonna upgrade this thing, bro? What am I gonna... Hold on a minute, Tilda. I know we ran all the way up here to do this amazing, awesome fight that's turned into another stun lock piece of trash, but I'll be right back. I gotta go hunt animals and machine parts and upgrade this and upgrade this. Where am I gonna do that, bro? I am well within the strength of the end game, and I am not strong enough, and she stun locks me numerous times. All of her attacks have this massive freaking reach. The combat in this game is garbage, bro. Like, what is that? What is she even doing? And 42? Why? It doesn't make any sense. Plasma is not good with a bow. And someone just posted a guide that said to literally do what I'm doing. I love how everybody always thinks that their way is the way. And she just didn't dodge right there. I did it again. I pressed dodge and she's just not doing it. Like, that's the thing. You have to shoot the gold. So, like, you have to be super... This is so bad. Like, this is not how you end a game. This is so poorly done. Like, this isn't difficult. This isn't challenging. You've created... And why is that a 236? I don't understand. I don't get it. Why am I getting random damage numbers? 95? Is it because she's moving? As soon as you ADS on her, she spins.
I'm not going with you.
It seems like if you get the inside, it's stronger. Sometimes you can stun her there. I shouldn't have gone for that. Oh, you're aiming at me. Better spin around.
Don't make me hurt you.
so dumb. Like the moving because you're ADSing thing is so infuriating. Okay, so when she does this, I really feel like that's an opportunity to do something, and I just can't make heads or tails of what.
Pain subsiding. That suit won't protect you.
Strike now.
How was that not a successful dodge? I don't understand this game, bro. How is that not a successful dodge? And she just spams the attacks until she gets you. So shocked that there was like virtually no way out of that. Once again, it's just so stupid. There's so much automatic damage laced within the fight.
You're not taking me, Tilda.
You can't stop me, Aloy. Let her have it. Target active.
I'll shut you down.
Her stupid hand was...
I gotta move.
I hit dodge, bro. I freaking hit dodge. Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's fair.
Take us up.
Roger's building to something.
How is that not a gold plate on her leg?
Hit her. End this.
This won't work, Tilda.
You cannot win.
This is so stupid. I'm telling you, this is one of the worst boss fights I've ever been in. Don't just use plasma? I don't understand. Once you get the plasma on them, they say you're supposed to keep hitting them with plasma. Like, that's literally an audio cue in the game. Like, once she gets overloaded with plasma... Oh... Ah. Okay, okay.
Ask yourself why you're holding back.
Elemental ammo's making a dent in those gold plates. You're not gonna beat me!
Okay, hang on.
It's powering up.
I have you.
What? That was a dodge! I'm so sick of that, bro. That was a dodge. Quit freaking doing that. This game is so freaking corny.
I gotta wait, so build up my stamina. Well, I did something. I'm not going with you!
I can endure. You cannot.
I dodged.
There's only darkness. I can take you to the stars.
I'm telling you, I'm hitting the dodge button, bro. Okay, we got that on her again. Sure, yeah.
Sticks and stones against the lightning.
Ha! Those gold plates are vulnerable. That suit won't protect you.
Surely nothing is worth this pain.
Gotta take out those gold plates to stop those attacks. The gold plates are vulnerable to
Execute
elemental
attack
ammo.
pattern Sigma.
Won't be long. taking me, Tilda?
Maximum load. Engage.
Oh, that thing's fast.
Ah.
You must submit.
I love that. I love that last second move as soon as you let go of the freaking arrow. BS.
Really helps.
BS, dude. Quit freaking spamming.
I'll shut you down.
Sticks and stones against the lightning.
Yeah, that's so fair. You just get to juggle me.
I am the only way you get to live, Aloy.
Down it goes.
Oh, she's down.
Soon we will be all that is left of the human race.
I got her. See, they're really misleading about that. Multiple times on the way here, they're like, hit it with plasma, hit it with plasma. I thought once you got the plasma on them, you're supposed to hit them with plasma to fill that meter, so then you get like the plasma explosion. So that's what I thought I was supposed to do. So you hit her with plasma, and then you just hit her with the freaking exploding javelin, and it decimates her. I still think her attacks are really annoying, and the stun lock is infuriating. But at the same time, it's like, I swear to you, that mechanic was explained very poorly leading up to this fight. It was like, now hit it with plasma. I was like, oh, once you get them on the plasma overload or whatever, now hit them with plasma. That's not the case. Not at all.
It's over. Why couldn't you just let me choose?
She tried to take you. And she told you about Nemesis.
So you've known all along.
From Hades, yes. Along with data on how to circumvent the Zenith shields. Everything I did to create the rebel army was based on that knowledge. To reach this place, this moment.
And you couldn't just tell me?
Come now, Aloy. You're the last person to act sensibly in the face of impossible odds. When I learned of Nemesis from Hades, I saw the pieces on the board and how to play them. And in that same moment, I knew it was a game you would never play. That you would interfere and attempt to save the Tenakth. I was correct, to a point. You ruined my plans, but brought your own to fruition. The end result is the same. we're here. And now it's time for me to leave this doomed planet behind, to seize the Odyssey and the Apollo database, and begin a new chapter in my pursuit of knowledge, one with infinite possibilities. You can join me if you so desire. You've more than earned your place. Unlike Tilda, I'm extending a polite invitation.
You're going to just take off? And abandon everything? Stay. Help me fight that thing.
Perhaps Tilda didn't adequately define the threat. Nemesis can't be stopped. It destroyed a highly advanced Zenith colony in a matter of hours. What hope does this primitive tribal Earth have? If you brought Gaia, you wouldn't be abandoning life, you'd be saving a seed for a new world. Just as Elizabeth did. It's the choice she made. The sacrifice of all that is for the hope of what might be. If she were here in your place, she would board that shuttle, Aloy.
Found her.
Is she hurt?
Still on her feet.
Thank the Ten.
Goodbye, Silence.
She looks okay.
She looks victorious.
As always.
Aloy. You did it.
Hey, where's he going?
As far away as anyone can go.
Oh. Are you sure?
You're staying.
For a time. You people are going to need all of the help you can get.
Does anyone else need a drink?
Not if it's that ale of yours.
I'd be fine with a nap.
Excellent idea.
I hope he's really over this time.
There's another battle ahead, Elizabeth. Very different than the one you fought. It's not about the distant hope of creating a new world. It's about preserving the one we have. My friends have a new mission. To spread the word and ask for help. They've taken it in stride. I think it's because they've always known what I've only just started to understand. That the people of this world have the strength to fight any battle. The ingenuity to solve any problem. Courage to overcome any obstacle. and the resilience to rise after any setback. As for me, I can't say I'm not afraid. What lies ahead will be harder than anything we've faced before. But I know I can put the fear aside. Because for the first time in my life, I feel like I'm not alone.
Right, so even though I misunderstood how plasma worked, and that definitely changed the flow of the fight, the combat still significantly, I think, falls short in the late hours of this game. The big dino fight from yesterday where I was trying to shoot the tail, the really mean guy that killed Varl, we fought him, and then that final fight. I feel like they all have the same problem. Like, they make it really, really hard for you to have, like, windows to do anything. Like, I don't know, there's too much stun lock. The guy before Tilda was worse on stun lock. She only stun locked me a handful of times. I think the main problem with her is her attacks were humongous. So, like, you would dodge and you'd get hit anyway. You would, like, dodge, and as you were getting out of the dodge, there'd be some follow-up attack or some follow-up explosion. I don't know. Yeah, it's a gorgeous game. Like, I give this game a solid 8, 8.5. Like, it's a beautiful game. It's really, really fun. It's really satisfying. Story's great. Graphics are great. But once you get on the back half of combat, like, I don't know. Maybe... Hang on, let me turn it down. It's possible that because of the way that I played, like, maybe I should have spent more time leveling my gear, you know? But leveling your gear is, like, it's pretty tedious. It feels like a pretty significant investment, and you don't really know, like, do I want to invest in this bow? Because you got to invest a lot if you're going to level up a bow or armor all the way. And so there's no real way to know that. You're like, I don't know. Am I supposed to go and kill and get a bunch of legendary pieces from enemies that are really challenging in order to level this gear? Like, what if I change my mind? What if I don't like it? What if I find something better? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. They make it really, really hard to invest in your gear at that level, at the upgrade level. So I don't necessarily know if that's the reason I was having so much trouble. The main frustration I have is with the combat frequency. The enemies attack so close together that you're commonly stun locked. And the final boss fight, she didn't do that too often. Mainly, I felt like what she did was she would respond to your ADS. You would take all that time to, like, zero in on a spot, and then as soon as you let go, like my hand here, see it? As soon as you let go of the arrow, they move, like, by, like, a slight inch, and then your shot misses. So I started having to take, like, really risky shots up close to her, because it seemed to be the only way I wouldn't have that weird, like, as soon as you're ADS'd on her, she, like, flies and leaves. Like, she's responding to you aiming down sight on her. I don't know, it makes the fight, like Paul was saying, it doesn't feel organic. It's like, no, it doesn't feel organic. It feels like everything I do, like, they're immediately reacting to. It's like you don't get any moments to just, like, aim at the enemy and try to take a cool shot. Like, there's something really satisfying about, like, landing a good shot in this. And they make it really, really difficult when the enemies respond to your ADS and when virtually every enemy has some spammy range attack or they have, like, a spammy melee attack. And somebody said it earlier, you have so many different skill trees in this game, and when you get into the last fight, it's all range. The final boss right here, Mario. Final boss fight should include the chance to use variety of skill tree. Weird this one only uses ranged. Right, like, I spent a ton of currency on my melee tree, and you don't use melee at all in that fight. It's like rock, paper, scissors, but the opponent has half a second advantage. Right, that's exactly, it's like, it just ends up feeling corny. It's like, I don't feel like this is fair. I feel like you're constantly cheating me, man. Like, I don't know. I just got done beating Sekiro, and in Sekiro, until I got to Ishin, I never once felt like they were, like, cheating me. Do you know what I mean? It was like, they'd get a little spammy, and then you have to kind of, like, memorize the sequence. But I never felt like I didn't have a window. There were a couple times in the Ishin fight where I was like, dude, give me a second, just a split second to get away, right? You have to, like, make those moments in the Ishin fight. They're way less frequent. And in this game, I would say from about the midway point on, I constantly felt like I can't get a moment to breathe, to just get set up to do anything. I feel like I'm constantly on the run. Reminds me of a pet peeve of mine from one game where you'd go to aim and the enemy would spin and dodge as soon as you were ready. Right, like, I don't know. And the problem is the bow that I was using, its readying speed was so terrible. It was like, it took me forever to do anything. Yeah, I didn't like that. I didn't like that in I did not like that in Sekiro. That's more of a philosophical disagreement, though, than like like, the combat is bad in this game. That's my criticism, is you're constantly spamming the player. You're constantly stun-locking the player. Like, I didn't like, at a philosophical level, like, beating a boss in Sekiro and then them coming back. And you think, oh, I have to get 2 death blows on this person. And you get 2 death blows, and they're like, haha, no, just kidding, you're not done. That's more of a philosophical disagreement than it is feeling like you're, like, ripping me off. I said in Sekiro, I felt like you're picking on me, like you're tricking me. In this game, I feel like you're ripping me off. You're robbing me of opportunities to do very basic things like shoot the enemy or get away from an attack. There's nothing more irritating. Like, when you mistime a dodge, it's on you. There was a couple of times where I dodged late or dodged early in that fight, and boy, I got my clock clean. But the other 75-80% of the time, I'm dodging, and I'm still getting hit in the aftermath. So it's like, there's no satisfaction in it. And then you don't even feel like it's worth it. You're like, well, who the frick cares? It doesn't matter if I dodge or not. I'm going to get smacked. If you had time to explore and do side quests and level up gear, do you think you'd have the same critique? I did that, Abe. I did that off stream. I cleared good portions of the map. I actually have very good weapons. Most of my weapons are purple, and they've been leveled up. I didn't go in there with a bunch of blue crappy gear. I spent time, money, resources. I was hunting some of the enemies. I was getting some of the pieces. I definitely didn't go into the end game like somebody who only played the main quest and was like under-leveled. Like, I spent a good amount of time off stream. I played this game every night since it came out. Like Madam was totally chill. I was like, listen, if I'm gonna only do main quests on stream, I need to be able to do stuff off stream. I actually played quite a bit off stream. It almost seems like no matter what, you will miss your shot. When you miss a shot in Horizon, sometimes it doesn't feel like it's on you. Yeah, there were numerous times where I literally let go of the arrow, and then after it's on its flight, the enemy does this like little like shuffle move, and it's like, well, what the frick? How was I'm literally in slow-mo. How is that fair? You mentioned you're only like 38% cleared or something like that. Was there more room to grow? I'm no HDD expert, so I'm curious. Well, okay, let's say I did all that, Abe. Let's say I did all that and my weapons were stronger and my armor would be stronger so my health bar would last longer. It wouldn't change the problems with combat. Because the problem with combat is there is a frequency problem. The enemies attack too frequently and you get stun locked. So you never feel like you have these really great opportunities to attack. You feel like you're constantly in this weird like relationship where, oh, as soon as I aim, as soon as I draw the bow, as soon as the arrow's back, they do something. They move, they shuffle, or they spam me from far away. Or if they get close to me, they're going to melee. I'm going to dodge, I'm going to get hit anyway because they have a follow-up spin melee, or their melee is causing an explosion. So there's impact from it, and then there's explosion from it, and you're going to get hit by one of them. Because if you wait too long to dodge, you're going to get hit by the pound. And if you dodge early, you're going to get hit by the after effect. They took out something from the first game that I think is vital and important to the game and to the combat. It's called long dodge. When you hold dodge, you dodge a further distance. There were significant times in a lot of these fights that I feel like that's why you get stun locked. If I could do a long dodge, for example, the guy with the sword arm, he kept doing this like rapid fire thing, right? And I would dodge, and as I stood up, I would get shot by the second shot anyway. Now, if I could long dodge, I would get away from the first, second, maybe even the third shot, because her long dodge was very, very far. I don't know why they took that out. I feel like it genuinely messed with the combat. It didn't work. Yo, it's good, Cryosphere. I appreciate that. With this combat, it makes no sense that the devs took away the long dodge. The skill allowed for repositioning. Yeah, like, I literally feel like a geriatric. Like, I feel like an old person with, like, rickety knees. It's like you roll, and as you're getting up, they have a shot waiting for you. You're like, what the frick? And people in chat are like, oh, you're just supposed to run. Wait. Let me get this straight. Dodging is instantaneous. I'm supposed to run? So when I see an attack coming, I'm supposed to turn my character and press sprint? That's not going to be any faster. What you're saying is I need to memorize their attack pattern, and when I see they're about to do their rapid fire shot, I need to just start running in a circle around them. That's so corny. I have a dodge. Why would that? I'm telling you, they made fundamental mistakes with the combat in this game. I'm telling you they did. And like in some games, when you dodge and you dodge well, you're rewarded with like slow-mo or a parry opportunity or a counter damage opportunity. And in this game, when you perfectly dodge something, you end up standing up and you typically get shot by something anyway. Go to 2 hours and 7 minutes if you want to see the boss fight for those who missed it. Oh, yeah, the one that it was bad. No, there was no perfect dodge slow-mo in this game. That's a Spider-Man thing. That's a Spider-Man thing and a Ghost of Tsushima thing. So, I don't get it. They made fundamental combat rhythm decisions for the enemy, and they did not equip you with ways to mitigate it. I think that's the quickest summary statement I can give you. They made foundational decisions about how fast the enemies can attack, and they didn't give the player the ability to mitigate it. Like, you don't have things you can do. You don't have, like, a block. You don't have a shield. You don't have a long dodge. Nothing. You ready for Elden Ring? Oh, yeah. After this, for sure. That was so irritating. Because in this fight, this fight with the chick, sure, I misunderstood how plasma worked. But that didn't change the fact that there were numerous times I got stun locked. There were numerous times, like, her attacks are just absurd. It's like, they're so big. You dodge out of the way, and then you get hit anyway. That's the other thing that constantly kept happening. I'm like, I don't understand. Giving it an 8.5 out of 10? Yeah, I give it a really solid 8.5, because, you know, the combat I don't think gets bad until very much near the end, and you can probably cheese it with a rope caster. That's what most people are probably going to do. If you use a rope caster, you can probably lock down a lot of these enemies that were so frustrating. And maybe I should have been using adhesive more. I don't know. Like, go watch the footage that they showed where she fought the Slitherfang and where she fought the Tremor Tusk. They never once attack in a way where she doesn't have an opportunity to do something. They never do. I know for a fact in all those fights when they showed us the gameplay, they would do like some big, huge attack. She'd get alongside of him, she'd get an angle, and she'd be able to hit him with something. And then they'd kind of volley back. You know, they'd volley back with something, they'd attack them, she'd get out of the way, and then she'd have an opportunity to do something. That's not how the combat flows in this game, like, at all. Yeah, we finished, Hex. The lingering damage pools are stupid as heck. I hate those in the game except MMOs because they have actual mechanics. Yeah, that was the other thing that kept happening is like she would attack in her big suit. I'd roll out of the way, and then there'd be lingering damage on the ground that would get me anyway. And I'm like, well, what the frick? How is that fair? I don't understand. What do you expect me to do here? In Horizon Zero Dawn, it wasn't much of an issue because the robots didn't have a multitude of attacks. But honestly, I think if the kangaroo robot was in the first game, it would be a problem. Yeah, I mean, any one of these enemies would be a problem in the first game. Oh, Ashley Birch also did the voice for Beta? She's such a good voice actor. I thought they got somebody different for Beta because they didn't want her to sound too much like Aloy. I thought it was a different voice actor. That's actually really impressive that Ashley Birch did that. We don't need to watch the entire thing here. Like, the flying was cool, but... Okay. Congratulations on defeating Far's Zenith. You're now free to continue exploring and complete any unfinished quests. Thanks for playing. Yeah, I thought the same thing, Chest Pain. I was like, I put down a trap and she just seemed to destroy it right away. I don't know. It didn't make any sense to me. Like, I'll tell you, like, my favorite thing to do in this game is to clear the map. I could see myself off stream continuing to clear this map. Because I really, really enjoyed clearing it. I enjoy doing the rebel camps. I think they're really fun. I enjoy doing the ruins. I really, really enjoy doing... I don't enjoy the swimming ones. The swimming in this game is kind of bad. They did a lot fewer tall necks in this game. But I bet you there's a tall neck. Yeah, there's probably a... Wait, that's just water. Yeah, we need to get... the cauldrons. The cauldrons are really enjoyable. There's a couple cauldrons I haven't done. Like, I very much enjoy clearing the map. I enjoy doing all the little things. What I did not enjoy was late stage big fights. They were so frustrating. They were super frustrating. I think now that I'm really strong, a lot of like the open world fights won't be as frustrating because I'll be able to take out the enemies pretty quickly. But again, so many of the fights were bogged down with like a combat frequency problem. That was like the main frustration point for me, is that there was such a perpetual, frequency of attack from the enemies. Like, it was very, very frustrating. Why is it doing that on the screen? It's just naming all the places? Okay, I guess it's done. The cauldron? Yeah, there's drones to find, and then she can come plug the drones into the machine. Like, they get so much right. That's why I give it such a strong score. Like, for me, an 8.5 is a really strong score. The reason I take points off is the graphical performance problems, I think are a significant mark off. I take almost an entire point off for that. I take another entire half point off for the combat. The combat rhythm, I think it's 50-50. Half the time the combat's like super, super fun, and then the other half, it's just, I don't know, it's super frustrating. And the other thing that I noticed that they did, and this is part of the reason why I found the combat frustrating, is you have really strong solutions to, certain things that the enemies do, but you don't get enough of the things you need out in the wild to, like, maintain your ammunition. So I started, you may have noticed this, I don't know, if you guys go back and watch, about halfway through the playlist of this game, you'll notice something. I start using the heavier attacks because they hit harder and they down the enemies quicker. But then I start running out of the currency needed to make them because you don't get enough of it back. So I start having to, like, go back and, like, buy the currency that I needed from the one scrapper guy just so I could go out into the world and have enough ammunition to use the heavy stuff. There's also the I upgraded my pouch too, so I could just carry more ammunition for virtually everything and carry more resources. Because it was just like, these attacks are so much stronger. My base level stuff just doesn't seem to be doing a good job. So I just started doing that. Yo, Cryosphere, thanks for doing a membership. So we will be back here in about 2 hours. Let's go full screen here. We will be back here in about 2 hours because that's when I can play Elden Ring on PC. And I hope a ton of you are here. Tomorrow morning, we'll probably do my first impressions and just some beginner's tips and guides about the game. We will probably talk about the performance issues because apparently there are some pretty significant performance issues on PC as well as console. This game strikes me as a game where you have to do a certain amount of preparation before a boss encounter. Well, and here's the thing. You don't really know when you're going to run into the bosses. You don't really know. Like, I did this one mission with Beta and some other people, and it ended with this crazy dinosaur fight, and the dinosaur looked awesome. I'm like, oh, this is going to be so epic. And it was extremely frustrating. Like, I couldn't, you guys watched it yesterday, I couldn't land the shots. It kept moving as soon as I let go of the arrows. Like, it stun locked me. I think probably 7 different times. Like, and I used almost all of my healing because it just kept stun locking me. And finally, what did I do? I just covered it in adhesive and I just spammed him with these explosive spikes. So I just spammed him with adhesive and then just blew him up, basically. I did the thing that I'd been doing for, so many more, elements of the game prior to that. Just use your strongest equipment and be done with it. And it was fine, but it was like, again, they drew my attention to the tail, so I spent all this time in the fight focusing on the tail, and then it didn't seem to make a difference. Like, I couldn't get the tail to come off. Now, that could have been because my weapons were too weak. I don't know. But yeah, overall, I recommend it. I definitely recommend clearing the map. I definitely recommend playing at your own pace. I also definitely recommend really investing in some of the equipment that you have, making it stronger, because that might make a huge difference in some of the fights. And just be aware that the enemies are going to kind of spam you quite a bit. I invested a lot in concentration too, just so I could have like eternal concentration, because I felt like it was so necessary to get in front of the spam, to get in front of the enemy's frequency. I had to constantly be in concentration, which, I don't know, to me, I feel like concentration should be used more infrequently, like to zoom in and knock something off, but I feel like concentration becomes an almost necessity in this one, because you're just constantly getting peppered if you don't. So, all right. I hope I see a ton of you back here in a couple hours for some Elden Ring. And then tomorrow we'll break it down, my first impressions, and then we're going to play a ton of Elden Ring tomorrow afternoon. We'll play some more tomorrow night, too. I need to send a message to Hilly. So, appreciate you guys watching, all right? I'll see you later.